guys, it's been a while. My name is Lilian Judy and this is Engineering Life with Lilian Judy, where I share tips and experiences from my personal engineering journey. And thank you so much for joining me on this journey. So it's been almost a month since I filmed, and I've really been eager to get back on, so I'm so excited to be back to filming and releasing content for you guys. So basically today's video is going to be a bit about what has been going on, and then I'm also going to share one crazy experience that I had, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So the biggest change since my last video is that I started a new position, and that's really exciting. That's something that I didn't know I needed, but I'm so glad that it worked out for me that way. And I will make a separate video on how, like, the journey to get into that point, because it was a journey, but you know, that's been the biggest change that I wanted to share with you guys. And I think there's also been some life growth experiences, some growing pains, as I'd like to call it. Just really the struggles that you go through just as an adult working, and for me, you know, creating content as well added extra stress to my everyday life, and I eventually got really burnt out, and I didn't realize until, you know, it was really a little too late, you know. But I'm so grateful for the friends in my corner who were able to, you know, point out to me that, yo, you've been distanced, or like, what is really going on, or like, you know, just trying to talk to me and kind of help me figure out exactly what was going on. And I was able to realize that, and for me, I needed a break, like a physical break. Like, the pandemic has been a long year, and I've been in the four walls of my apartment most of the time, or like hangouts with specific people, but I just needed to escape, like a physical escape from here. And thankfully I got my vaccination, I got my 2 shots, and that was a whole journey, but I'm so glad I got that. So I was confident enough and I felt safe enough to take a trip. So I did take a quick trip to Baltimore to visit one of my good friends, and I'll put together a vlog about that for you guys. But that really was the break I needed to kind of get me out of my funk, because it was kind of causing me to not be as creative, as productive. I didn't want to do anything. I was not in the mood. It felt like PMS, but it wasn't PMS. It was just like a whole whirlwind of emotions, and yeah, it was a struggle, but I'm really glad that I was able to come out of it. And so you know, that's just a bit of what has been going on with me. But okay, story time. So you know, I have to slide in some engineering information in there. So I did mention that I started a new position, and for anyone who gets a job or an offer or anything, you have to negotiate, right? So quick story about how I negotiated and I lost my job offer. A few years ago, I interviewed for a company in Houston, and you know, it was actually a very fast process. I interviewed with them. Within a short time, they moved me to the next stage. The next week, they invited me to come on site for an in-person interview, and at that point I kind of was very confident that I was going to get this job. And so when I got there, everything went smoothly. They booked a hotel for me. They gave me like an extra day or two to just tour and look around the area and stuff like that. Like, it was just a really good experience. And I love Texas. I love the weather. I love the food. So I was just really happy to get a vacation out of this. And when I met the people, they were really pleasant people. They were very welcoming. I loved the plans. It was just really nice. So I ended up getting the offer for this position in Texas, and I was really excited, you know, started thinking about how I'm gonna move and all the fun stuff that come with getting a job offer in a different state. So like in college, we were taught to always negotiate, and so I had to, you know, kind of negotiate. And I remember I gave him a verbal acceptance, and I kind of mentioned a few things that I wanted to change, and, you know, kind of talk through things basically. So, which was not abnormal, because this was literally the day after I had received the offer. So I thought it was pretty normal and everything. So I ended up telling him, this is what I want, increase the relocation, whatever. And so he agreed to everything I'd said, which was, really surprising and really reassuring. And after that, he kind of mentioned that, okay, he's gonna make all the changes and then send it to me so I can sign it, right? And between that time and the next day, I got a call saying, we're sorry, but there's been so much back and forth and we're taking this offer back. And for me, I was like, wait, from getting the offer to the day I got the call about them rescinding the offer, it was like 3 days. No, it was like 2 days actually. And I know of people who have taken like a week or 2 weeks to think about an offer before accepting it. So it was just very shady, it was very sketchy. I was like, okay, I know I haven't done anything wrong. Like, can you explain to me why? They were like, oh, there's been so much back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And till today, so yeah, they took back the offer, long story short. And I was really like devastated about that. It was really hard to deal with that, honestly, because I got excited. It was a really amazing offer, but God works in amazing ways, and clearly he didn't want me there, so it didn't work out. And that's cool, like I'm okay with that. But I was kind of scarred from that, because ever since then I was always very anxious to negotiate any offer. So with this new position, I went through the same motions. I didn't allow myself to be happy until I had negotiated and not gotten the same feedback, so this is just to show you that, listen, I know my case is probably 1 in 1,000, but it happened, and it was a very crazy experience. But I think it really taught me a lot to not back down, and to always be confident in what I want to do and what I'm looking for, and not just settle for anything, because yeah, I know my worth and I'm going to fight for my worth. So this is just a quick video. I just want to say hi to you guys again, and definitely like, share, and subscribe. Send it to your friends, your friends' friends, your enemies, your mans, everyone.